Hello. Yeah. Voice. Hello. Hello. How are we doing today? I may or may not have gone through a full year in seasons yesterday. I wanted to play. If you want, like, the best review I can give of Farm Sim, of FS22, I wanted to play Farm Sim yesterday, so I did. If you've been around for a while, you'll know what that means. If you haven't, then you won't. But I wanted to play Farm Sim, so I played some Farm Sim. Best prices at Goldcrest Valley. Which Goldcrest Valley has the best price? That one. So, all the games you have are boring? Hang on. That maybe shouldn't have been able to take all that out. Just want to check something real quick. Trailer friend limit is on. Okay. That's fine. That's what I wanted to check. So, let's get the oats sold. And I did do monocrop oats across all the fields. So, the bales have already been sold. This is... I just need to sell the oats. Sell the oats themselves, I should say. And I may do monocrop oats again, depending on, like, how this goes. Hey Betty, I also bought a new cultivator. I bought a... what do they call it? A disc harrow. Which is 4 meters wide, so it goes a lot faster and is a bit wider. Cultivator we had was 2.5 meters and max speed of 12 kph. Cultivator I bought is 4 meters with a max speed of 18 kph, so huge increase. It's basically doing the fields in half the time. In terms of vague long-term plan, well, longer term, as in not in the next probably week or two, plans for this map. There's a reason that I'm not cheating. I want to build up a good base of operations to get into doing production chains. I don't see the point in... There's tons of fuel left, Farming Boy. Like, it took 10.4 hours for the fuel to get this low. It's fine. I have zero concerns. I've taken the wrong turn. Let's just cut across here. Hopefully the train doesn't come and kill me. But, I do want to get into doing as many production chains as possible. I've just noticed the tires are now white because of the snow. That's neat. There was a collectible in there, by the way. I picked it up yesterday. Oh, I still have this... this set up wrong. I set it up this way. Come on, give me the... There we go. Yeah, I had this set up so that I could unload the combine into it and unload it at the same time. I now want to unload quickly. For a little bit, Farming Boy. I still need to rebalance the points, actually, now that you mention it. So we're 18,432 and hang on, let me get my calculator out here. I want to work out roughly how much money I'm going to make from this. Welcome to the stream where I use a actual physical calculator. I'm not using my phone. So it's what? 13.32 multiplied by 2111. And then plus 18,432. Okay. So, estimate time. When we sell the oats, because we'll be using the train and reversing it into Goldcrest Valley, when we sell the oats, we should have, and I'll give the exact number, just, this is the exact number based on my working out. We should end up with $46,551. It may be $550. It depends on how Farmson wants to. It depends on where the decimal is in the 18,432 we already have, effectively. But it could be as high as 552. It could be as low as 550 exactly. It should be 551 though. So we're looking at $46,551 left once we've got the oats sold off, if my maths is correct. This is more of a check to make sure if my calculations that I use are correct when I'm selling stuff at the moment, really. And conveniently, it will just say, because the grain bin for the train is actually a storage point, it does add up to being like, it does just count as being in storage. It doesn't count as being at a sell point yet. So it's not this one, it's the next one I need to take. And then we need to order in the train. So 46,551 is the number I'm looking for. Oh, and I don't know where everyone was. Just in case you thought I was lying about using an actual calculator, no. I found it a few weeks back, and it's more convenient than my phone because I can just kind of tap it. It's got physical keys. I can be a bit more accurate with it, I find. Also useful for other projects. Physical calculators, useful. Not as useful as a phone, I will admit that, but scientific calculators are just useful. And I like using physical objects. There's a reason I want a typewriter. There's a reason I was on eBay this morning looking at typewriter auctions and being far too tempted. Yeah. Digital or physical. I like using physical objects though, Yanis. You know that I'm old-fashioned at times. Like, incredibly old-fashioned. Do the tires become white in a lime field? The tires became white in snow, though, so you get the tires to be white as well, you drive a lime field. Are you right? That's a good question, Betty, and it's one that I don't have the answer to. Nope, I need to... Oh. Okay, so the tractor does lose grip in the snow, if you couldn't guess from the giant Astrid. I don't need a typewriter, no. Did I say I needed one? I meant want. Like, really badly want. To the point where I was on eBay this morning looking at auctions. It would be a luxury, and it would be a nice luxury, and it would be a convenient luxury. The train is actually arriving already. Yeah, it's 1.5 k's out, and it's good. It's kind of coming forward. That's going to make the run a bit faster. Let's bring the tractor down, just to be a bit more convenient when the train does arrive, so that I can hop into it immediately once I send the train off. this set of tracks here is what I want it to be on. Or near, at least. There we go. Be careful on getting items in the UK. I'm aware of the issues of getting items from the UK. The train is now 8.3 kilometers away. It was 1.4. Good. Is this casual Let's Play, survival, or realistic? Somewhere in between all three of those. I tend to just kind of do my own thing, Betty. Like, I'm playing with it. That was 8 kilometers away 2 seconds ago. How the hell did it get here so fast? Give me train, please. We'll just roll it in about 10 kph. Open the cover. Hey, did you have to rent the train? Yeah. I don't like that either. But, it's the way the game works now. Some oats. And send the train off at top speed. Set up. 46,526. That made more than I had anticipated. I think the price actually went up while I was doing that. So, can I buy another parcel of land? If I could buy this parcel, it'd be perfect. No. Okay. There's not a whole lot I can do in January anyway. So let's sorry, I'm kind of thinking here real quick. Because I would like more land. Can you buy field 26 just by itself? No, 26, 27 and quite a large amount of forest go together. 40 comes with quite a parcel of land. Okay. Those two are one parcel. That's two separate parcels. So, the problem that I've got now is I don't quite have enough money to really get into production chains, but I also don't have quite enough money to buy a new field. So, not quite sure where to go with this. Think about it into your FS15 mods folder. Fair enough. Like, one option would be, you might see that I've done a bit of experimenting. One option would be to get, like, the SEP can use a little more, and a forage wagon. And then the BGA. Greenpool East, no. Yeah, let's just go over here real quick. Now this counts as like neutral ground, doesn't it? For all intents and purposes, yes. Now, could I make silage over here? And would it be worthwhile? I spy a collectible. I wonder if I can find another one or two, I might be able to solve my problem the easy way. I'm not sure if that had no collisions or if I just fell off it. Let's try this again. Okay, that had no collisions. Got it. Is there a collectible up there? It feels like there might be. Is there like another way up that might have collisions? Because I just want to... I want to get up on top of the BGA here. Okay, that area just has no collisions. Got it. Do you have to own the BGA to use it? That's kind of what I'm... Like, you can use it as a sell point. Okay, that just has no collisions whatsoever. You can use it as a sell point for sure. I'm just... is that a collectible or is that just... No, that's just a light. I'm just wondering if you can make silage here without owning it. Because silage involves you tipping something, and I'm not sure how the game would see that. I saw that Drachia. That is shocking. Honestly, because... like... he's one of those people that has been through so much you just kind of assume that he's immortal. Or he was one of those people, I guess. So it'll take, yeah. Take some time to get used to that idea, I guess. Oh, also I bought the Zetter. Hello, Stefan. Well, there's nothing I can do in January anyway. So let's get to 9 AM in February and see. I'm using Monday months, by the way, just for ease. Also, I'm using one of my favorite daytime tea mugs. Just, yeah, slightly shilling. I'm thinking, do I want to test? Let's do a test here. Let's do a quick test of okay, let's do that, and we'll back only, and we'll lease this for 1500, because if this doesn't work, we've not lost out on much. How many horses does that require? 60. So let's get the little baby Fent on it. Baby Fent, baby. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. So, my idea here is cheeky and lazy. Just saw weather warning. Expected blizzard from Monday to Tuesday. Snow increasing by 5 to 15 seconds. Snowman. Build a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? Do you want to build a snowman? Ah, perfect time to burp just then. Do you want to build a snow other thing? I'm going to say what the other thing is. Yanis knows me well enough to know what the other thing is. Stefan also does. Right, let's let us question. No snow is a pain in the 3 stars. I mean, 3 stars is a pretty average rating, Yanis. I wouldn't call that bad. Are you using IGN ratings though? Because then that's the worst thing ever, you know. 3 out of 10 IGN. Oh. Stefan, I said something to Landy last night that shocked him. If you're still here. Because I told him that yesterday I wanted to play Farm Sim, so I did. For the first time in like 3 or 4 years, I just played some Farm Sim. Because I wanted to. And we kind of agreed that simple fact can replace any review I could ever give the game. Also, these fields are cultivated, I should say. In the honeymoon phase of 22, I don't know if it's just that, Yanis. Because it plays so differently. You may not be playing Farm Sim for a while. I haven't seen Idiots at all today, actually. Let me get it up on my phone here. Oh snap, dude! Hope you can fix it. I had a similar issue before. It was far more pronounced than yours, but it manifested in a similar way where the system just killed itself for no reason. And that was actually the motherboard dying. So just be aware that is still actually an option. Mine wouldn't boot afterwards though, so like, I'm not saying that it's definitely that, but I'm saying the last time I heard something like that happening, it was my motherboard dying. Your cat has been obsessed with your desk and mucked something up by stepping on the keyboard. Yeah, that's what cats do, Cheese. I played it off stream and it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I guess. I mean, I guess the problem that I run into with Farm Sim is that I play it so much for streams and whatnot that it kind of, like, over time burns me out a small bit, and small bits of burnout stack up into being big burnout. Something in the default profile. Interesting. I'm not going to collect up all the grass here, I just want to collect up, like, say, actually, that should be enough. 3,500 litres of grass here should be enough as a test. So, if you're wondering why on earth I'm picking up grass in February, number one, I mowed it when I was bored yesterday. Number two, I want to test something, and this is the easy way to do it because I already had some grass lying around. I want to test if you can put grass into the BGA silage pits without owning it. Because if you can, then I'm going to start work on the next set of plans that I have for the map. Like, I'm not going to get digestate if I sell silage. You need to own the BGA for that. I'm aware of this. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. How much is the baby BGA? Because I don't necessarily need the main... Oh, that's $500,000. Okay. Is there anything I could get that's like 40 grand or less that is in a production chain? No. I mean, I could get a greenhouse or two. Could get some orchards going. I should actually... Hang on. Let's rotate out. If you're in... By the way, if you're in placeable mode and you zoom out, you do actually go faster. So if I set... How to rotate? Rotate. Okay, can I set this somewhere where it's not gonna like glitch into the ground? That would be an ideal scenario. Okay. Okay, and then if I just pop a few... How can you tell? Yeah, if I pop a couple of elongated hives like along the... it's not letting me buy. That's interesting. Like if I can get into bees, then we should be able to get somewhere. PC problem, Yanis. It shut down on him randomly without warning. Yeah, for some reason it's not letting me place that. Because it's not giving me a price. Okay, there we go. Okay, so they need to be really close to the field if I do it on this side, I guess. Okay, let's just get a couple of relatively cheap hives going here. Come on. There was a spot. There. 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 I should be able to pop one down here. Ideally one per corner here. Because all I can do is not this next planting, but next one. Okay. I've been one busy bee, haven't I? No, I just placed down a bunch of hives. Just found the flaw in my plan. So, I have no pens yet. How Like, I no longer can do the silage plan, which is fine. I can wait. You have an orange. I don't like oranges. How quickly do bees produce? Because I may have made a horrific mistake by putting down that many. I can't plant canola, which gets the most benefit. So if I put down... okay, first off, let's see if this works. Don't have access to this land. Okay, that's perfectly fine. That's what I wanted to test. Okay, so you do need to own the BGA to use the silage bits. That's fine. The next... it's not really a question. Next objective is going to be putting down something that I can use as a crop. That I can harvest and that can produce as much as possible. And I think it's going to be oats again. Which means that I need to get it through to March. Which is fine, it's just one day zipping. I can do that at the house. Once I harvest the oats in July, I can zip through one more night and put down canola. And putting down canola should... how much is the canola factory? How much is the oil? Sorry, I'm doing a lot of thinking that's kind of esoteric and not exactly connected to itself right now. Oil mill is 80 grand. We should be running up close to that. Also, I need to fix this area of ground over here, because that's going to irritate me if I don't. So it's... I've made an absolute hames of this area, haven't I? Okay, so let's go with the soft and... yes, soft and gun. Let's just see if I can get this... I have an idea. The level gun. That's... well, all that's succeeded in doing is eating some of the field. Soft gun. No, it doesn't seem to want to do anything. Yeah, no, it's not. Okay, so I need to get a bit of this field back, so let's let's rescue the plow before I make any more of a hames of this area. And I need to oh god, I need to turn on create fields. This is gonna end badly. Okay. I'm glad this is the smallest plow in the game, because this is an incredibly risky prospect for me doing something that's not lined up correctly. Well, it is, but I'm not happy with the way the tractor's pointing. Realistic fuel prices, aka debt. I don't think Giants would do that. Actually, there is one more thing I want to place. Because it'll be useful. Container. Yeah, small fuel tank. I'll pop it down. Right about there. And the reason I want the small fuel tank is because I also want to buy a fuel trailer, which I think one of these is. That's a fuel trailer. It's 29.5 grand. Okay, I guess I'm not buying a fuel trailer because that's exorbitant. I need to fuel it up. I'm aware, but I'm not buying a fuel trailer just yet because it costs too much. Welcome to Dave tries plowing at a realistic speed because he's very nervous about ruining the game. You can order fuel at the tank? Are you serious? Refill silo. Oh, that's really nice. So we got 5,000 litres of fuel ready to go there. Perfect. Thank you, farming boy. Incredibly, legitimately helpful. So now we can refuel the Massey, and I won't feel bad about it. You can be nice when you want to, occasionally. I also want to fix the grass there. This is that was a very expensive sell point or spawn point to place because what I've done is I've mucked up a surprising amount of the map just by doing that one thing. So, landscaping, painting, plants, meadow. Yeah, meadow. I can just very carefully and deliberately place this down so that I'm not ruining anything. And I'm aware that it is very expensive, but I want this to look nice. There we go. I'm really tempted to just plonk down a bunch of pines there and cut them down. Do you know... Okay, let's disallow grade fields. Just so that I don't ruin everything again. I have an idea. And it's one that'll work. It's just a small bit less than ideal and something that I rarely do. Farming Boy has immediately sussed my idea. It's called do logging. Forestry is enjoyable now. I can do this. Let's refill the Massey. How much is a small forestry trailer? 19 grand. I don't have that kind of money. I could lease it. How much would it cost to lease? Yeah, 100 quid or 1,000 quid. I can make that kind of money work. Is there one being sold? I should have checked the second-hand equipment first. Okay. Can you put logs in the normal trailer? Yes, but I'd have to cut them smaller. If I use the forestry trailer, I can keep them relatively long. And I'm looking for the long boys. I could have just... Well, I've rented that now. What I just realized, and why I'm slightly frustrated now, is could have spent 3 grand and got a log fork. Like, permanently got a log fork. Oh well. we have this now. Okay. So we do the legs separately. Alright. Actually, let's set this to leg. And I'm just basically, the aim here, logs will be the same length. Where's your popcorn? Farmer boy, I've got bad news for you. The cranes work a lot better than they used to. Which is bad news only in the sense of, I'm not going to be enraged by this. So let's start off with this tree here, because I actually do. I was planning on moving this tree anyway. It's just slightly in the way. It's gonna be. It's as low as I cut it. Apparently so. Jens actually did something with forestry. Yeah. Forestry is massively improved now. And that's fallen straight onto a cultivator. Which... I ain't even mad, I'm impressed. Rad 195 J&D, cheers for the follow. Log forks work now too. That's what I wanted to test, and I just it occurred to me that I could try them out. And just be careful of the tree bug. I'm aware of the tree bug. The tree bug is easily resolved by just selling the tree or selling the logs. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not how that works, but okay. Thank you for the reminder / warning, farming boy. I appreciate it. But I have been doing my own bug tracking as best I can to just be aware. Like, it's always good to go into things with at least some knowledge of what to expect. And kind of worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is we get the tree bug. But I can come up with ways to defeat it. Something here has a collision far bigger than I expect. It's a very rare bug. I've seen plenty of people with it. I don't think it's quite as rare as your you maybe think. Come on, there we go. Yeah, something's collision is very unhappy right now. Okay, let's spin around to it there. Line up. There we go. Just do a bit of clearing of the many little branches that are on the trees. Right. Okay, that's not 600 kilos worth of wood. This needs to be cut in half, at bare minimum. Okay, let's get the Massey up and start loading. Okay. Ah, this isn't telescopic. Sure, I grabbed this bit of wood. Hey, Tech. So that's a bit of wood that had the weird collisions. Let's not immediately try breaking the trailer. That hopefully should be light enough that the trailer can deal with it. Oh boy. Trailer's about to snap back down. There we go. It's a big, heavy boy. The tree is/was very unhappy, yes. I'm kind of concerned about the tree bug. The trailer's definitely unhappy with these shenanigans. I should maybe turn down the crane sensitivity, but I'm kind of enjoying just whipping bits of tree everywhere. Okay, let's be smart about this. Okay? Let's be real smart about this. Strap everything down right now and we're leaving. I get the distinct feeling if I don't do this. Where's the best price for wood currently? Looks like the tree collisions are a bit off. Yeah, that's a known thing. Again, I don't need to know where the best price is. I just need to know where the price is. So you can sell it at the carpentry, which I'm tempted to. Grapes. What's this? That's a train station. Up here should be some... Yeah, let's sell it at the sawmill. So let's tag the sawmill. And just follow the big road. If it's 15 silage. It's a good way to get rich quickly. There's one thing that I keep seeing people ask is like, how do you make money on farm sim? I'm like, do farming. Do a little bit of everything. The best way to make money in farm sim is a little bit of everything, because you'll always have... I like store crops, because you always have crops ready for great demand. And the worst thing is, that advice sounds like I'm being sarcastic. I've had an idea. I've had an idea on how to make 3 times as much money out of this. It's just going to involve a loan. Who can guess what I'm about to do? Everyone run. It's... Farming by, it's not one of my usual ideas. It's a genuinely good one, and it's a relatively simple one. But it'll allow me to triple dip every tree. Effectively triple dip. You great man. That's an old school way to play farm sim, cheese. Back in FS13, the best way to play farm sim was to just like grow all of your fields with a single crop every time, but never sell it. So like one crop you'd do wheat, and then the next barley, and then the next canola, and just never sell it. Never sell it. And then when a great demand came up, you would just sell it all in one go and make all of the money, just excessive amounts of money. Okay, so let's buy the sawmill. Can you see where I'm going with this now? I'm not doing something stupid. I wanted to get into production chains today. I wanted to figure out a way to get into production chains. So that brought me $0. However, we're now producing planks and wood chips. So this should... I think that's where the wood chips come out. Yeah. That'll start filling with wood chips that we can later sell. This here will start producing planks that we can sell. And it's going to be worth more than the wood would have been. More than just selling the logs would have been. A lot more than just selling the logs would have been. So that 100,000 loan I took out, I'm going to count that as investment, as, what would that be in real life? That'd be seed capital for a small to medium enterprise. Because that's going to make more, like, I'm going to make more than 100 grand out of doing this. In fact, that wood is probably already paid for renting this. That 2,000 odd litres of wood that I dropped off, that's probably already paid for this, because if we get, hang on, what is it, 60 wood goes to 80 planks. So that is a 25% increase. Joint DK, hello. I'm having a good Sunday. How long will it take for the carpenter to re-earn the 100k? That's what I'm looking into now. So we have 5233 plus, where's the, how do you do percentage again? 25%. Okay, that doesn't work. Because the answer it's given me is 20,933 over 4. Okay, so let's go 20,933 divided by 4. No, I want equals. Do you take the planks to make furniture? You can, Honey Badger, yeah. However, I don't own the carpenter. So, I took cattle. I could own the carpenter. Also, the snow appears to be getting heavier. I could take out a further 60-odd grand and buy the carpenter. And then make some furniture and then really go ham with the money. Not laying yet. How warm is it? 0. It could well end up lying on the ground. Production facilities, yeah, that seems to be the way the game works, is like you it very much seems like once you start getting into productions, they start paying for themselves very quickly if you can provide the input. And like what I'm trying to do, other than forestry here, what I'm trying to do generally is provide the production, or provide myself with a nice base so that when I do get into production properly, I just ate the whole end of the tree. That's perfectly fine by me. But I want to provide myself with a nice steady base so that when I want to get into productions, I can just... That was my own fault. I used the wrong control. I can just provide whatever production with as much as I possibly can. And it seems like with having the sawmill, you don't actually need to provide it with a whole hell of a lot. Initially, you can just kind of do one tree every so often and make good bank. Like this crane trailer, I've rented this. This is completely rented. I don't... Oh, it's too far away from that. Okay, something's got an angry collision over here, so let's pick up whatever has the angry collision. Okay, let's do that. Hey, 2-for-1 discount. Or not. Downside of doing forestry is just having to manage the logs afterwards, because they can be a bit of a handful. But that has most definitely been improved for 22 over like what they were like in 19. Because in 19 I wouldn't even have bothered. Let's put that back down. Try grabbing it again. I'm so rusty with the crane controls. Which way is open? That's closed. That's open. I am incredibly rusty. Wow, your farmer really can lift, because this is apparently 115 kilos of wood that he's just lofted up above his head and can yeet. Terrier, choose for the rate of 43. Hello, Terrier's viewers. What was Terrier up to? What were you up to today, Terrier? You having fun? You dealing with whatever farm sim throws at you? Come on. There's a log stuck in the wheel. There's a log stuck in the wheel. Hang on. Is that... It was just... How much do you weigh? 810 kilo. Okay, well, if you're just gonna sit there and be stuck to this, then I might as well... just, do a little snatchy. Farming the French map. I'm not as big a fan of the French map as I am of this map. Like, I don't know why. This map just... Well, I do know why. This map seems a bit more like it could be a real place. Okay, I think I've grabbed it. Nope. This one log just has a weird collision. Spin this around, drop it down. Come on, you can do it. Nope. I am determined to pick up this log. Like, you can see that it has a questionable collision going on. Actually, is it that I'm hitting the trailer? Could be that I'm hitting the trailer. That's as wide as it goes, and let's see how this follows the... Grab. Lift. Out. Yes! Victory! The Moon Pie Man. That's an amazing name. The Moon Pie Man 21. Cheers for the follow. I very much appreciate your name. I like it. I will never understand how some people on Twitch come up with their names. They are so much more inventive than me. Right, come on. Pull. Yeah, that'll do. Just strap everything else down and have that be a decorative... Thanks, you're welcome. And household as well, hello. You can lift up to 200 kilos? Dude! Gotta get some food. That's fine, Terrier. I have a habit of raiding and running as well, so... If I was going to complain, I would be a cynic. Well, not a cynic, a hypocrite. Do you like our decorative vertical branch, guys? I feel it. Oh god, it's strapped down now. Oh, this is somehow made it worse. Oh well. Hopefully by the time we get... I really should have put the pallet fork on the front of this. Housewell, cheers to the follow. Internet names in general, Yanis, they are just... Oh, so good. So good. And I wish I was even half as inventive as the insanity that you see on the internet. I'm liking how Floaty Log is strapped down, but also floating. Like, the vertical log is both strapped down and hovering. That's... Ooh. Yes, that's my kind of log. Completely stable where it is, but also not actually attached to anything. I may... I can't. I was going to get a... a log fork. I can't because I took out $100 grand loan. I could, but I don't want to. Well, I could take out another $5 grand, get the log fork, but I don't think that's the best idea. Do we have any pallets ready yet? No. Okay, let's drive this into the trigger. His name is a literal maths equation. Nice. Perfect. This now has 8,000 liters of wood and is... yes, storing planks and storing wood chips. So it runs oh god, one cycle an hour can... oh, that's gonna take forever to actually go through. But I'm planning on doing a lot of time warping, so it shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Is there a collectible around here by any chance? It's just occurred to me that I don't think I've checked around here. So I don't need to worry about the... don't think I even want to question why that ladder isn't quite attached to the building. I don't think there's a collectible up there. No, I want the tractor. There we go. So... we should be able to get the rest of the tree in this run. And then... I mean, there's nothing that's got us beholden to actually running 1x until we're ready here, so... oh, can we cut down these few trees? 1969 Datsun Roadster. Like, yes, you know that I like rockets. And one of the things people do in the rocket nerd community, the spaceflight community, is they impersonate rockets on Twitter. So there's Delta IV Heavy, there's Electron, there's one guy who's just SLS, which is kind of lazy because SLS isn't a rocket, it's a jobs program. But there's guys on Twitter, they're just like, here's what this rocket is doing this year. And, like, making memes about one rocket in particular. And there's everything SpaceX, everything Rocket Lab, everything ULA. Various accounts that, like, post all the latest news from the various rocket companies, which is very useful, might I add. SN YouTube accounts. Are there YouTube accounts for the various starships? Because, like, number one, wow, and number two, that doesn't surprise me. It's like, I'm surprised, but also not. Oh, no collectibles there. Come on. Can you tell that I haven't looked at the video you put in yet, Farming Boy? Into Discord? Because I did see that you sent a video of, like, where all the collectibles are. I'm just like, yeah, but also no. What's gone on to the main... oh yeah, that's the bees. I'm like, why are there suddenly 17 triggers at the main yard? Because you put down beehives, Dave. Oh yeah, that'd be it. Did you not? Somebody put it into Discord. I swear somebody put it into Discord, and it was by... Here's me giving helpful information, because I've forgotten the name. It was by some dude on YouTube. It's like a YouTube video of, like, dude driving around the map, just picking up all the collectibles. Do I want to... I'm gonna put down the legs just for safety. Let's swing it out this way. Let's get the arm extended. And also open. Send me a fun F1 related video. It better not be about Frank Williams, because I'm genuinely sad about Frank Williams. Or was it the... Was it the impressions video you sent me, Yanis? Because that was good. Those are surprisingly accurate impressions. Yes, that was a good video. I'll watch that. Like me the memes. That said, anybody can do a Kimi Räikkönen impression. All you have to do is put on a bad Finnish accent and also just talk with a lot of creep in your voice and sound generally as if you just don't care. And, you can sound like Kimi Räikkönen very easily. How did I manage this? Oh wait, does this have wonky collisions? My Kimi impression is crop? Yeah. I never said it was easy to do a good Kimi impression. I said it was easy to do a Kimi impression. Come on. Oh, that video. Yeah, I did see that. Okay, let's spin it around this way, because I think the other end has a collision issue. And get it into the trailer. There we go. I am liking how almost every move you make with this has a different noise, so you can kind of just hear what it's doing as opposed to necessarily needing to see it. Go. This is going to be a mess to drive down the road, isn't it? This is gonna be a disaster to try and drive down the road. I've just realized this, and yet I'm still loading. Because hey, why not go all in with the terrible idea? Why not go all in with just loading loads of loose branches into the back without having, you know, cleaned them at all? Okay, that should be good enough. Let's strap her up. It's not giving me straps. I think the trailer's a bit angry. Oh, the straps are still attached after last time. Yeah. Leggies up. And away we go, cleaning the road because of all the loose branches. Thanks for the help yesterday. What did I do yesterday? What did I do to help? The DM... Oh, that thing! Yeah. In 19... Did you? I never cut that bit off. Then again, I usually just chipped everything. My method of forestry in 17 and 19 Honey Badger was, hey, let's do some forestry. Grabs wood chipper. Just like that. Screw any semblance of me even trying to bring these logs over anywhere. I'm just gonna chip them. It's easier. Then again, I used to always do trees like this that were just a mess. Oh, they're doing trees like this now. Somewhat enjoyable. I should make good profit off this one tree. Like, how much is how much is like 1,000 liters of? Well, 1,000 liters of wood chips is going for 237 in Goldcrest Valley. That's actually quite good. 1,000 liters of planks is $4,000. Yeah. Use the skip once. I use the skip many times. This is not where I meant to go. But yeah, I did use the skip on. I was at the very tail end of 19 once that skip mod came out. I realized that I could just hike logs into it and be done with it. If memory serves, I also used super strength. Because I just couldn't be bothered dealing with the cranes. Or I couldn't be bothered dealing with like the way equipment dealt with logs in 19, so I just kept using super strength. Because nothing ever locked properly. It was just like, the log is on, and now it's not. Right, so that goes through one cycle an hour. So every 24 hours, assuming I can keep this fully stocked, we'll get 80 times 24. What the hell is that number? Well, first off, what's 60 times 24? Because that's going to be the kind of the determinator. 60 times 24. Okay, 1440. And then 80. That's 800. 80 times 24. 1920. So 1.92 multiplied by 4516 is an. How do you? Okay, so downside of using a scientific calculator, I can't remember how the hell to get that to display decimals, because it's giving me just an abstract number. It's giving me an actual number. It's not giving me an integer. 216,766 divided by 25. That's $8,000 a day. If I keep S to D. Hang on, Housewell. Oh. Yeah. That's interesting. It's giving me two different numbers. Because I misread. Okay, that makes sense. So it should make just running just planks. Do I count in the cost per cycle? There's a cost per cycle. Okay, so we'll take 48 off that. Minus 48. Because 1 cycle per hour, $2 per cycle. Or per hour. $8,622.72 per day. Thank you, Aswell. I couldn't find the button. That was why I just stopped there for a minute. It's been many years since I've used that calculator. Like, the last time I used that calculator in anger was... Did I use it in uni? I might have used it in college. In which case it would have been 2012. But the last time I used that calculator even vaguely seriously was somewhere in between 9 and 12 years ago. Is a calculator in anger? Farming boy, you have not seen me. Well, you obviously not seen me using calculator. There was a period when I was kind of okay with maths, but much better at using a calculator. And like if I needed to do calculations, I would literally... You've heard me typing. You know the way that I type on my keyboard? Imagine that, but a calculator. I make sure to positively press the buttons. I make sure to have a positive impression whenever I type anything on anything. Poor calculator. Dude, the thing has run for like 15 years. If you're interested, by the way, it's a Casio. Thoroughly recommend Casio typewriters, calculators. The thing is bulletproof. Probably not literally, but it does not care. It's a Casio FX85ES. Which I don't know if they're even making that anymore. If they're not, it's a crying shame, because it's a very good calculator. Let's drag this in. And is it just the 2 more logs? Oh, I do math in my head if I'm confident I'll get it right. This one might be... Yeah, this is only 185 kilos, so I can move this oldie, throw it into the back of the trailer by hand kind of way. This one is, for some reason, 500 kilos. Strapped. Screw your logic, I'm gonna strap something in the most ridiculous way possible. There we go. Love the crane arm. Everything has sounds. That's like one of the greatest things about 22. You can kind of hear what you're doing if you don't want to look particularly much. Game says that could be it, Yanis, yeah. It could also be that their collisions are wrong, so the game actually sees them as being a lot heavier than they are. It could work the opposite way to what you think, but I still not off 3 point. Yeah. That's my number. That's my new #1 request for Farm Sim. Also, like, more orchards, please. You thought some orchards being in Farm Sim was the end of me demanding orchards. No, now I want more. I want soft 3 point. If you don't know what Yanis means by soft 3 point, guys, it's a demand that I've had for years now. You know the way that in Farm Sim when you attach something to the 3 point, it gets kind of welded onto the back of the tractor? You know how in real life that doesn't happen? And there's a bit of play. I want that. I want that bit of play in Farm Sim. I want to be driving a tether down the road and see it kind of jiggling with the bumps. Even completely raised up, just jiggling separate from the tractor. Grapes and Alvazines are orchards. Yeah, they're vineyards more than orchards. But they are in the buy menu as being orchards. Like, they have technically put orchards in because they're calling vineyards orchards. So we should get the first cycle of wood coming through fairly soon. Okay. 14,000 litres of... 14,000 litres of wood is in there now. And yeah, thank you, Farmer. Thank you, Bumblebee, for the follow. Much appreciated. I was kind of getting around to that, but I was in the middle of like 3 different thoughts at once because it's me. If you're new here, I sometimes get lost in thoughts. I sometimes have mind blanks where just like I can be in the middle of a sentence and completely forget where that sentence was intended to go and just stop dead for a couple of minutes. Well, not a couple of minutes, but for like 10-15 seconds just be like, ah. Sometimes I'll have 3 thoughts at once and get lost in all 3 of them at the same time. And kind of to an extent ignore chat while I figure out what the hell I need to say. Happens to you too? Yeah. You know, it's horrible because, like, you can be in the middle of a thought and talking about that thought, and then it just goes, bye, I'm out of here. What were you doing? Sorry, I gotta go. Sorry. Oh, is that not convenient? Tough luck. It's like, that's not nice. That's rude. Right, so vague plan. Actually I can come up with a full plan here. Also, interestingly, the sawmill does have a capacity, so you can hit capacity. So I want oats on all the fields. So bring time through till March. Plant oats in literally everywhere. And get going ham after that. Maybe, I don't know, but I like it. I actually do need to... Brain don't care. Brain go burr. Yeah. That's why I've been getting so warm. I had my radiator on full power for the last hour and a half. Right. Let's see. Okay, we've had quite a few expensive there. Quite a few expensive overnight, yes. I want to go to the sawmill. Visit it. We have 1 pallet. Okay, so it'll produce 1 pallet a day effectively. So there's no point in me going over to this just yet. Runs through about 1,000 litres a day, produces about 1,000 litres a day. And there's 70 litres of wood chips over here, which again, not worth me picking them up every day. That's fine. That's all I needed to know about. And the bees produce... Is that a full pallet? Produce 53 litres of honey a day. Which is fine. I didn't mean to pick that up. Actually, I did mean to pick that up because that's just a very awkward place for the for the plow to be. I may need to get more seeds actually. Yeah, we'll use the baby fent. Use the baby fent to plant. I like when you're helpful. Yes, it means that I don't have to think as much. I like when people help me. It reduces my workload slightly. So, do I have seeds anywhere? That's lime. Hang on a second. Oh, that's nice. It actually says calcium carbonate. This is fertilizer? Yes, so we don't have any we don't have any spare seeds. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to go buy seeds. That's perfectly fine. And this is seeding, by the way. I should just point this out. This is seeding the field. Might not look like it because of the stubble tillage, but it is seeding. Also, do the fields need plowing? I meant to check that. They don't. Good. When one or two of the fields need plowing, I'm going to actually plow them all, just so they're all in the same plow cycle. You know, maybe I should use the Massey for this. Apparently this just isn't powerful enough. How much... I don't need to think about how much... I was thinking about how much a forklift would cost. I'm just like, I have $1,000. I wonder how much a forklift would cost. Too much. You can't afford it. You have $1,000. You don't have the money for a forklift, you moron. I'm just being an absolute div sometimes. It's like, oh, I've got next to no money. How much is a forklift? Why does it matter? You can't afford it. Canola uses very little seeds. I'm aware of that, farming boy, but here's kind of my logic behind doing oats. And there is a logic, and it's not me being insane. So with oats, you get a reasonable amount of crop, which, that's good, that's great. But what I'm doing oats for isn't the crop necessarily, it's the fact that it produces crop that sells for quite a bit. And also, it produces straw. And the straw really is what I'm wanting here. Canola equals oil. But I don't have the money to buy the oil thing yet. That's actually why I took out the loan to get the sawmill. This is all very backwards. Took out the loan to get the sawmill because it was January and I have time to... It was too late to put canola in the ground, because it is too late to put canola in the ground. Canola goes in October. No, August. So starting in January today, canola was already out of the question. But if I can get money out of the trees that are dotted around the farm, and if I can get money together from these trees, and I do plan on... I may run up to the sawmill, grab the planks that have already been made, and bring them over to the carpenters. Because it's just occurred to me, I can buy the log fork and then just use the trailers that I already have to transport the logs around, so I'm effectively doing it for free. And that way I can do even more logs, just get a nice backlog going in the sawmill. Maybe if I don't think I will, but if I were to fill the sawmill up, I could just start bringing logs directly to the carpenters. I've heard that, farming boy, but the thing is I want to do production chains correctly. And kind of as an added point, I don't really have the space to put placeables down at the moment. I want to get a bit more land before I start going into placeables properly. Because I've already ruined this area once. I don't want to do it multiple times. So if I... if I hold out a bit for greenhouses, I might be able to get some cows first, or pigs, and get greenhouses running 100%. Too many ifs to that plan. Hello, you're out building pictures in Discord, please. Because I don't get much snow here, and I like snowmen, but I never get to build one. Like, if we get snow, it's almost always gone by the time I'm awake. Or it's just kind of slush. Or a very light dusting. Didn't take a pic. Right. Ideally, I would have a much bigger planter than this, but I don't. Well, cedar. This is a cedar. The other one's a planter. Ideally, I would have a... Ideally, I should get a corn header so I can actually use the planter, but maybe I should get rid of the... Yeah, let's... Hang on. I have a piece of equipment that I don't need and don't use. Let's get rid of the Agromash Falcon for $2,000. Now I can... Now I've got a tiny bit of money. There's some good sale prices, but let's focus on what I do need as opposed to what I would like. I do need to make maximal money a log fork. So that's... Since what the hell is that thing, Yanis? Why is there a Pepe Pumpkin? Right, so I've got vague plans now. Log fork is bought. I can now load logs into the trailers that I already own. Let's finish this field. And, you know, it'll only be a couple of seconds here. I don't need to... What was I going to sell past Dave? Please tell me. What the hell? Why were you going to sell the planks? What benefit was there to selling the planks? Oh, so I could buy a... So I could buy a log fork. But you already have a log fork now, so why sell the planks? Yeah. That's a good point. To make money to buy more seeds. Because seeds are lacking. Seeds are lacking and I need seeds to... Yeah, seeds are lacking. I need seeds to plant the oats that I need to plant to make money. Oh, this is a weird, vicious cycle I've managed to get myself into on this map. So if I were to buy... Hang on, let's... I've accidentally hired a worker again. I keep doing that. How much is seeds? If I were to buy... 2 bags of seeds is... Well, like how many liters? 4,000 liters of seeds. No, 2,000 liters. That's enough to seed all the fields. A40. 40, actually, I have a request for you for your mods. And it's a simple request that I think you'll already be doing, but I just want to get it out there. Because I'm enjoying using this, and there are very few mods doing this so far. But if and when you make trailers, could you please put the weight limits on them? For the new trailer fill limit mechanic. Because I like that as an added level of challenge. I like using the trailer fill limits. It's a nice extra challenge, and I get the horrible feeling not enough modders are actually going to put weight limits on the trailers. But I know that you like keeping things realistic, so you might. Hey, Tiger Dave. How's it going? It's going good. Long time no see, Tiger Dave. I do think I recall you from streams in the past. Back in the YouTube days. I make the relatively simple mod request. It's like, give me abbeys and also weight limits. more realism, more better. Because like, what's the point of Giants putting in a weight limit mechanic on trailers if nobody uses it? I want to be that guy who uses it. You've been busy working? Hey, making that money. Yes, making that money. I ain't gonna knock you for working. I was just making sure that I remembered correctly, honestly. That wasn't me knocking you. That was me like, your name is familiar. I remember you. You have been present in the past times, in the before times. You are here, and you have not been here in a while. Also, I'm not even wearing this cap, ironically. This is... Oh god, yeah, no, 4D, cheers for the gift sub, my dude. Hello, Alex. You have returned. I forgot that I had the emotes like come up on screen thing. That's why I was saying, oh god, yes. I think MP servers are going to... I did tell you guys. If I remember, boy, what did I say on Friday? Oh, that's the MP servers are going to go down this weekend because it'll be high demand and Giants don't have the problem completely fixed yet. They'll probably go down next weekend too. Because, again, high demand. You used to watch me on YouTube. Ah, you can still watch me on... Well, you can watch me on YouTube again now, because, with the exception of Friday's stream, I don't want... I'm putting almost all the streams up on YouTube. Friday's stream, I'm not, for reasons. Wasn't all that happy... Well, I had a good stream Friday. There was some stuff that I wasn't happy with, so that's not going to go up on YouTube and be archived. That will... It's funny to see Giants Discord start to light up. It's been lighting up all day at Random Farming Boy. It's been in waves. It's kind of comical. You'd barely notice that I screwed up this field once I've got it seeded. Like, the giant cloud patch is a hint that something went horribly wrong, but... Yeah, with it seeded, it's quite difficult to know that I've screwed it up. I'm quite proud of the repair job I did, honestly. Note to self, don't fly in big storms. Manchester, which for some reason is now halfway in the Netherlands, 2-3 right approach, went missed, change approach, because wind turned around and put in the approach to 5 left, screwed up. This approach climb had to go around because no visibility 100 foot. Alex, does Manchester not have a Cat 3 ILS? Genuinely asking. Because with Cat 3 ILS you can run auto land. It's completely legal. That they're gonna now you're just making things complicated for yourself. One time in FSEN, oh god. There's a reason that I don't go on Giants Discord in the evenings at the moment. K700 go brr. See, I like... Geez, you do the same thing I do. I pick tractors that fit them. Like this tractor, well, the Fendt doesn't fit the map, nor does the Combine. But I'm trying to use tractors that fit the maps with FS22. So, like, once we get into modded maps, I will be picking tractors specifically because I feel they fit. I shall have a look. No, that's Giants. No, I don't want to look at the dumpster fire that is Giants Discord right now. No. Flight sim Raymond Dinger's Discord. Oh, hey! I've just seen that that Ronan guy replied to my message. It's like, that looks like Corp. Yeah, it is. Oh, okay. So he's been doing work experience at in Atlantic flight training. Also, that was a disaster. You also always play with the Belarus on the UK map. Not all that unrealistic, honestly, cheese. Okay, where did that finish? There, so let's just park that there. Grab. Well, that worked. Not all that unrealistic. There's a lot of Eastern European tractors in Ireland and the UK. More than you would expect. A lot more than you would expect. Okay, so this is going to be a very complicated trip to the shop. Because... oh, this is going to be complicated, I just realized, yeah. Because I need to grab this. But I need to grab the trailer as well, because I'm going to need... yeah, we're going to be collecting a lot of stuff here real quick. Wouldn't that be unusual, turning the skies black in the middle of the UK? No. I'm just going to pick up, because I didn't buy one, I'm just going to pick up the single bag of seeds. Bring my money down near zero. But even at that, I do need to bring the trailer with me. Because... I maybe didn't. Are there tractors in the middle of London? I don't know. Does the City of London Council have any tractors? Yes? Jeez. Yeah, local councils in the UK. Lots of tractors. The council in the next town over have a load of small John Deeres. And the local county council, and I hate them for this, have Unimogs. Actual honest-to-God Unimogs. And I hate them for it because I love Unimogs. And I feel like they're being wasted on the council. Those massive things. Unimogs are not as big as you think, Marcus. Or cheese. Unimogs are small. They also have a couple of MB tracks with flatbeds. MB tracks with flatbeds and like flatbed for transit style MB tracks. Just yeah, like the Unimogs they have are. I didn't need to bring the pallet fork. I'm gonna bet you I didn't need to bring the pallet fork, and I've just wasted a bit of time bringing the pallet fork over. You come to hide from Giants Discord. That's probably a good idea, Farming Boy. Like, PSA, don't go in Giants Discord. There are many angry people shouting about things that Giants ain't gonna fix on a Sunday. Like, real talk. You ain't gonna get server fixes too much on a Sunday. They need days off. And definitely, you know, don't shout at the mods there. The mods are volunteers. And they're good people. Oh my god, you can do this? Wait. If I close the grab now... Oh my god! Okay. I guess I'm using log forks on basically every map from now on. I'd best strap this down, actually. You can use the log grab to actually hold the big bags in place. That's glorious. That vape there wasn't necessarily because I needed to vape. That was because I needed to clean the coil. I accidentally let the coil get a bit too dry there. Hence the big cloud that I made. Do, 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 do. Wait, let's see if it'll let me... You've downloaded some FS15 mods. Let's get ready to farm. So for some reason... Why is this so picky about where it wants to... Oh no. I have had a dumb idea. There we go, that's the cedar filled up. Actually, you're trying to get yourself banned from there, aren't you? Wait, there is, by the way, there is a reason the Zetter's on the baler there. I learned last night that that actually works as a equipment combination. Let's put you over here. Like that didn't go anywhere near as smoothly in my head, but I mean, I'm fine with that having gone incredibly well. What time is it? 1 PM in America. Or Eastern. I wonder if the current bout of people complaining about the servers being down is actually Americans. Because the Europeans have been angry all morning about it. And I can't help but wonder if maybe it's the Americas really waking up now and being like, rah! Icky 327, cheers for the follow. Gonna reload the game because the controller came in line. You can... Oh no, you're playing FS15. Yeah, no. 17 onwards you can just plug in the controller as you're playing. Just wait for it to let time out. We haven't Giants scored. 10 Pacific, 1 Eastern. Yeah, that sounds like it might be the Americans. Just kind of waking up and getting on their various devices. Being like, hey, Farm Sim multiplayer isn't working. Let's just see. Yeah. I particularly enjoy the people who are like, multiplayer doesn't work. I want a refund for the entire game. It's like, multiplayer is optional, my dudes. Farm Sim is effectively a single player game. Hey, Key. If you're angry with the servers being down for with the Discovery servers being down for Farm Sim, I apologize. For like making fun of the people who are angry, but like it's something you just have to deal with. Shouting at people about it ain't gonna fix anything. you know, it might make you feel better, but it'll just annoy the people who can fix it. MP's part of the game, so part of the game is broken. Yeah, but the entire game isn't. Like, I want to do multiplayer streams. Actively want to do multiplayer streams. Want to get the server running, want to get multiplayer streams on the go. Right now it's not a good idea, because I stream right into the point where the Discovery servers go down. So, like, my plan is to do multiplayer on the French map. And it's just not an option right now because I don't want to be dealing with the Discovery servers going down partway through streams. And, like, people potentially being like, I can't get on the server. I know, the server's down. It's fine. Cherokee058, cheers for the follow. But, plan mid to long term is multiplayer. I have I think it's an 8-slot server. Ready to go. Well, not ready to go, it doesn't even have FS2. I should probably install FS22 on the server, come to think of it. See, I get confused, Alex, because the Minecraft server is 10 slots. But I need to install FS22 on the server at some point. And the plan is, just FYI, the server is going to hopefully be up throughout FS22, and the plan is that I want it, it might not stay that way, but I want it to ideally be a crossplay server. And if the demand is high enough from PC and console players alike, I will have a chat with the people who are kindly providing it, which is Nitrado. Very kindly provided by Nitrado. And get the server expanded. Also, if you're interested in joining the Minecraft server, which I've not been on in a little while, but there is one, join the Discord and send me a DM with your Minecraft username. And I will provide you with the IP and whitelist you. Also, if you join the Discord, please delete your welcome message. This might sound weird, but do it. It's a really good idea, because the Discord is full of trolls. I have intentionally made everybody learn how to troll in the Discord, so that when a troll arrives who is bad at trolling, they get scared off very quickly. Do I like this game? Yeah. Icky, I'm literally wearing a farming simulator hat right now. Yeah, I do like this game. It's, I say this with every farm sim, and I know I say this with every farm sim. It's the best farm sim so far. Yeah. It's less trolls and more spammers. No, they know how to like, everybody knows how to troll. I think I've done a good job at teaching people how to troll. I did have to delete a welcome message the other day, because they forgot to. The troll who was in Discord last week. I enjoy the ones that pop up in Daggerwin's Discord because they don't expect one of the mods to start trolling them. Like, if you watch Daggerwin on YouTube, he does have a Discord. If you go into his community tab on YouTube, you'll find his Discord. I'm one of the mods in there, and people who show up there to troll don't expect one of the mods to troll them. And I do have a free pass to troll trolls. I have been given a free pass because it entertains everybody except the troll. Was anybody there the day that I gave one guy who was like, I know everything about farming, gave him a pop quiz on farming stuff, despite not being a farmer? I still managed to catch him out. Like, I'm not an expert at anything. I know very little about. Well, I know some things about a lot of things. But I know enough about enough that I can catch people out who think they know things. And that's one of my favorite hobbies. Should you do Soud's Earl? You feel free to do Soud's Earl. Jeez, I don't know what you're talking about. The one you had fun with before I banned them. God. Oh no. Alex is just filling the stream with cheese. The AI help seems more expensive. I think it is slightly more expensive. Oh dear. That last one just coming in from the side and revealing itself slowly was perfect, Alex. Oh, you couldn't have done that if you tried with the smiley face at the end, just like, nah. You had the idea and it worked. That's part of the reason that I've done the emotes appear on screen thing. Is like, it just gives you guys something to play with. And something to annoy YouTube with. It's a case of I wonder if yeah. Yeah, no, Alex, it shows every emote that's put into chat. Every single one. Hey, Brendan. How you doing today, dude? Just a contract put on a help while you do the hoovering, most expensive hoovering you ever done. Yeah, it may be for your crops. There is a way to get the AI to be cheaper. That was a seeding or fertilizing contract, I'm gonna guess. Maybe spraying. The trick is, I'll show you how to make the AI cheaper in a few easy steps. Come down here to, I think, yeah, to this screen with the little track to the game settings. Turn off refills. Just turn them off. Cultivating. Oh, never mind. Yeah, this stream is now coggers. But yeah, turn off AI automatically buys stuff, and you will find that the AI is suddenly a ton cheaper. Even if you turn off AI refueling, Alex, you literally filled the screen there. The bitrate. I'm not surprised the bitrate. Alex, the bitrate went down in OBS. You actually managed to get it to lower so much that OBS lowered its own bitrate. I didn't think OBS could do that. Posture check, that's probably a good idea. Yep. Here we go. That's mostly good. And a hydrate. I do need to make the hydrate a bit cheaper. Or more expensive, I should say. To discourage Farming Boy from putting in 17 in a row. Let's get onto a straight bit here, and that should do. There we go. A bit of extra water. Never hurt anybody. Too much water. Hurt plenty of people. A little bit, not so much. You'll make me a deal. I liked the toy show. It was fun. Wasn't as good as last year's, but it was fun. Bit of a shame that not many non-Irish people watched it, because half the fun of doing it in Discord is watching the people who ain't Irish try and wrap their heads around what the hell the toy show is. Like, that's part of the reason I do it in Discord. Alex. Apologies to everybody who wants to watch the stream. I'm going to fill it with coggers again. You know, the toy show? I didn't think it was as good as last year's. Like, last year's just gave that little ray of hope in the middle of... Well, at the end of 2020. This year's was just kind of... I don't know, it kind of fell a bit flat for me. Although that kid repeatedly breaking the Bell of Hope was hilarious. The Lego kid... Also, the kid that brought the Megalodon tooth. I liked him. Right, we are nearly done with the seeding. Once we've got the seeds in, we'll fertilize. Are there... I've been kind of being cheeky with the contracts. No, there's no contracts worth taking. I've been getting cheeky with the contracts and only doing... fertilizing contracts that are worth 10 grand or more. Or like taking up contracts that are near to each other for fertilizing because they're quick and really efficient in terms of cash. Farming kit was from your local town. There was a kid from Clonmel on Friday night, and that's not too far from me. I did like the opera singing kid, though. The one that just started belting Ave Maria and borderline breaking the microphone. Like, I was watching it on RT Player. There were multiple tip kids on. I was watching it on the player, so I had my headphones in. I could hear the static of the mic peaking. If you can do that by singing, you've got a powerful voice. Especially one of those high caliber mics that they use for NRT. Like, they have really good mics. Question for me. I may or may not have an answer, Brendan. Also, pet peeve of mine. People saying, I have a question. Just say the question. Or, can I ask a question? I mean, if you're asking, can I ask a question, you've already asked a question. Is it possible to get the names to show in vehicles on FS22 MP? It's a pain in the ass out. Have they changed multiplayer to not show the names? Brendan, I've not booted up the server yet, so I've not tried multiplayer. I'm waiting for the Discovery servers to be a bit more stable and not die daily. The DJ's kid reactions were hilarious to that, but yeah. Sorry, the Irish people are being Irish and weird. I apologize. Name's only showing you're out of vehicles. Interesting. By the way, next year you guys should try and watch at least a bit of the toy show, because it's a real look into why Irish people can be very weird. Because that's something that basically everybody here watches, and everybody understands it here. It doesn't make sense if you're not in Ireland or from Ireland. Like, Cheese watched a bit. you watched about half, if not more than half of it. And like, you can probably understand why Irish people are weird now. Just that little bit better. Because that is a national institution. You watched until about 10:30. It finished at midnight, so like... Or just after midnight. So late in the evening. I mean, that's a fair reason to not watch it, honestly, Yanis. Like, as a result of the toy show, I was up for 23 hours. And then got like 4 hours sleep, so I was dying yesterday. I was actively just like all day yesterday, just nope. Which is part of the reason I played Farm Sim. It made me feel better. Also, it gave me a good chance to just get a bit of cash together so that I could do stuff in the stream today. Which, that plan worked out nicely. You don't care about your sleep schedule. I have to at the moment. Like, I'm going to be finishing up the stream. The Ryan Word thing. Oh, last year when, was it the Red Lemonade, one of the crew shook it up to play a prank on him, and he slipped. For having it. I can function off 4 normally, but it was just like 23 hours awake and then 4 hours sleep. It's just like, no. No, that's really not nice. I think I got like 10 hours sleep last night to make up for it, though. How much sleep did I get last night? Okay, yeah, I slept excessively last night. I made up for the lost sleep last night. Good grief. I should mention I have a smart band, not necessarily a smart watch. It tracks my sleep, and it's fairly accurate. Made up for lost sleep last night. Luckily, I am getting tired again. I need to be heading to bed in about an hour's time. And no, I'm not kidding. I generally go to bed at about 8 p.m. Try and wake up at about 2-3 a.m. Take over the cat. Go back to bed then, because literally taking over minding the cat to make the cat sleep. Go back to bed and get a few more hours sleep. But the early sleep is just guaranteed sleep. Oh, I've got a headache today. Yes. I slept a lot more than 8 hours, but I needed to, but I still have a bit of a headache. Old Dave waking up. No, dude, legit, I've been waking up at 8-9 a.m. now. After second sleep. Flash makes... Not 3 years ago. Yeah. To be fair, fairly recently I was back in that schedule because I was sleeping during the day instead of at night. So, like, waking up at 4, not a rare thing still. If my sleeping pattern gets really out of whack. And it had to because for a period because Flash was being particularly bad at night. So I slept during the day to just get some sleep. Which is kind of settled to sleeping on my chair now, so it's kind of okay. Speaking of, I need to find her blanket. I have a cat blanket for her, because my room can get cold at night. And she is a very cold, like, she's a very warm cat, but she does not like the cold. And I don't want to have my radiator on all night, because that's a fire waiting to happen. So I need to find her blanket. It also weighs her down, so she's a bit calmer. Right. That's all the fields. Should be all the fields seeded. Just want to double check here. Yeah, it's all the fields seeded. Looks like the fire's out in Giants Discord now. Yeah, it's usually only a bit of a temporary thing until people calm down a bit. Your central heating. This house was built in the late 60s. So we don't have central heating. Also, we are getting insulation, Alex. However, that got slightly delayed because the guy that's going to install the insulation... By the way, I don't know when we're getting insulation installed specifically, but whatever day that is, I won't be streaming because it's going to be that injected into the walls insulation, meaning drills. But we were supposed to be getting it around now-ish, or even before now. Problem is, the guy who's installing it got COVID, so that kind of threw a bit of a spanner in the works. Wish you still had a UWB hub. What the hell is that, cheese? Also, I misread that as Wubhub. Like, Wubhub? Is that like Spotify, but only for dubstep? If I were to make a dubstep-only platform, I would call it Wubhub. Like, let's be fair, that would be the perfect name for a dubstep-only platform. Right. That's one field fertilized. How's the farm? Going well. I accidentally did a whole year yesterday because I wanted to play some Farm Sim. So... the hub for your wobble. So we got a bit more money, swapped to a new cultivator yesterday. This was off stream entirely. Got a new cultivator yesterday, off stream. Then today I bought some bees. So they're producing honey slowly but surely. And also bought the sawmill. Took out 100,000 loan, bought the sawmill because I wanted to get rid of a tree. And yeah, you have a request. Oh no. What is your request, Alex? Also, does anybody know, like, Asmi and Flash? Flash has been very good. For the end of the stream, can we get everyone spamming the coggers emote? Oh god. I mean, that's up to chat. That's not up to me. Chat will decide that, not me. Flash has been really good. I can't remember where her blanket is, but because she needs it at night. The Homeless Horse. Number 1, amazing name. Number 2, hello. Welcome to the stream. Can't do animated emotes. Yes, you can, Steam Fan, if you just spam coggers in all caps with a space in between. You can get the animated coggers emote to flash up on stream. You need to meeze. You need to meeze with your controller sensitivity. Yes, and also possibly your spelling. So if you're using Better Twitch TV, which is a free add-on to, I think, every browser, you can actually see the emotes. But you're probably just seeing as text if you don't have BT TV installed. Thoroughly encourage you to install BT TV. It has some nice features. And you're on the app. Alex, that's making my OBS lag slightly, which is impressive. Well, it's making the web page that holds everything lag slightly. Because I just realized the overlay that you're seeing on OBS isn't actually an OBS, it's a web page. It's rendered online and just sent to my OBS. Is this the emote stream? Apparently so, Kames Farmer. Right. How much honey is in a pallet of honey? Is that like a full pallet? I don't know. Also, there's some weird distortion going on with the ground here. That's weird and I don't like it. That is full. Thank you, Homeless Horse. Where did I put the Massey? Dumb question, and I need to answer it myself. Can I pick up the pallets with a log fork? I do have a pallet fork. Should point that out. I do have a pallet fork. I'm just curious if... No, that's just not going to work. That's a terrible idea, and I shouldn't even try. You can live there. Really looking forward to somebody bringing out a shelving unit mod for your front loader equipment. Homeless Horse, cheers to the follow. Really looking forward to the inevitable, like, unit of shelves placeable. How is my progress? I'm gonna say good. See you, Games. I'm gonna say that the progress is going good. Just need to unstrap that. Get a small shed and put it on the roof of that. See, I think it'd be better if you could put... I don't know if the game will allow you to do this. If you could put a... need to repair my truck. I probably do, Homeless Horse. You do have a point there. I'm not going to repaint it, though. I'm going to continue with my tradition from FS19 of the tractor can get as... The paint on the tractor can get as worn as it likes. It's never getting fixed. This isn't full. It's half full. Repainting is stupid. Yes. I'm glad you agree. Tractor can become bare metal. That would be awesome if true. Also, this tractor is probably a surprising amount of plastic. It's pretty modern, so I'd imagine there's a lot of plastic. Maybe full as 2 layers. Apparently. Like, it visibly looks like you could... Like, that's why I was asking if it was full. Because visibly 1 layer looks like it could be full. But no, it's... not even half full yet. Not even sure what that is, but it was stuck to my back, so I'm glad I got it off. Right. Annoying you can't hover over it and check. That would be, yeah, an improvement I would make to that display system. Okay, repairing costs 11 grand? Well, the tractor's repaired. We now have negative 9.5. We now have negative 10 grand. Alex has been at the jet fuel again. Probably. If it goes to 0, then to repair is ridiculous. I also need to... Hang on, I need to repair the front loader itself. Because that's just going to show it as basically completely damaged until I fix the front loader itself. Which is another amount of money. That's 700. And we'll fix the fork while I'm there as well. Soon out minus 10,702. Luckily, we don't need to buy anything anytime soon. And I can, in theory, just do a couple of contracts to get the money back up. Let's get back over to the house. Let's sleep, get us through to April. And... Alex, you've broken that now. Oh, you haven't. It's broken on my end. You've broken my chat because you highlighted the message. Am I finding a big difference between FS19 and FS22? Yes, huge. This is going to sound like I'm being sarcastic. I'm not. And I'm not saying this is a joke. I'm not saying this ironically, because it is something I do. It feels like a completely different game. The way the vehicles handle is, like, they feel heavier. The lighting is different. Not massively so, but different. Isn't fertilizing contracts a really good way to make money? Yeah, that's why I'm kind of hoping I get a couple. There's none at the moment. There's none at the moment, but if I go through one extra day... Chickens? If you ever use this. Yeah, you can feel stuff through the Xbox controller. Like, it has force feedback now, so if I was using the wheel, I'd probably say, oh, really light steering, because that would have fully hydraulic steering. They're not really worth doing. They're not really worth doing, and they're so far apart from each other. Like 43, 55, 64, and 77. So, 43 is there. 64 is over here. 55 is there, and 77's off down. Yeah, they're too scattered for it to really be worthwhile. The bees should, however, have produced the second layer, and that should now be full. Yeah, that looks full to me. They feel heavier, Alex, because there's a sluggishness to the steering. They're not. It's not just nimbly going for left and right now. Also, the sounds are just... The sounds are actually borderline realistic now. Yeah, 120 litres is a full pallet of honey, as it turns out. Here we go. Let's just start stacking. Let's stack the honey up, like, here. That'll do. The extra problem with contracts is a lot of them are broken at the moment. Like $2 grand isn't really worth it as a contract. Well, oh, I need to well, number one, I need to refertilize my fields to get them up to 100% fert, but I also have realized I need to go over to the sawmill first and just get the wood over there stacked up. Not because it'll back up or anything, just because it looks neater. Start the stream with over 40,000, I'm now negative 11,000. Yeah, but I can make most of that money back farming by just selling the 2 pallets of wood and probably the 1 pallet of honey, honestly. How much is honey worth? Honey, 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 honey. Yeah. Omnisaurus, if you stick around here for a while, you'll notice that, like, I can make quite a lot of money reasonably fast. Not as fast as I can spend it, though. I'm one of these people who, like... I'm constantly trying to upgrade stuff. So, like, as soon as I get the money together for something, I'm spending the money again. Money's only good if you can make a lot. Yeah, the temptation is to get a bit of money to get... not necessarily even an input. That's not where I wanted to go. Not necessarily even an impulse buyer. It's just like, I know what I need and I know what I need to upgrade. So, like, the next thing I want to buy is going to be is it 60 or 80 grand for the oil refinery so that I can make canola oil. And then having the bees at the side of the field will mean that I have great yields for canola, which will mean that I can make more canola oil. There is a vague logic to what I'm doing. It's just that while I'm building up what I need to get incredible amounts of money together, I usually have next to no money. Because I buy the second that I can, not when I should. Let's just plunk you there. And a tiny bit more. There we go. What is this and how did I buy it? This is the sawmill. It produces planks. And this produced 2. That produced more planks than I was expecting. It produces planks and wood chips. I took out a loan for 100 grand to buy this. Because I figure it's... Is there... Here's a question. Is there seasonal variation in the price of planks? Planks. Yes, and they sell best in July. Well then. May, June, July. So 3 months in game and then we're selling the planks. Yeah, I picked up a loan for 100 grand to buy the sawmill. So that I could... Because I was getting rid of a tree and I was like, well, I could just sell it to the sawmill and make a bit of money. Or I could buy the sawmill and make a lot of money and just feed it a tree every so often to keep it ticking over. And I figured that the better profit would be made by actually buying the sawmill, and now I'm just going to stick to the highest price point, which is apparently in July-ish. Has it paid back much yet? It hasn't paid back a single penny yet, Homosaurus. Other than these 3 pallets of planks. Do I think it was worth it? I saw that as Alex was spamming. It's not paid back yet, but it will pay back handsomely. Like, if you can... What I'm kind of learning is if you can keep your production sites ticking over, you basically get near unlimited income. You're the only one that doesn't... the Discovery servers are down again, I take it. I'm going to say probably not Hilke99. That is a known issue. The Discovery servers go down when there's heavy load at the moment. And today is Sunday, which means that most of Europe and the US don't have work or school. So people are trying to play multiplayer, and the game has done a lot better than Giants anticipated by the looks of things. So the multiplayer master servers that verify game keys keeps melting. Aren't factories key in the new game? They're the big new feature, Homosaurus. They're like the huge new thing. Between factories and seasons, and you know, you can combine them like I'm doing and be like, oh, planks, they're quite worth it. Yeah, 4.5 grand for 1,000, 4.5 grand per pallet of planks. So that's about 12 grand there. And we're in April. April is when demand just starts to increase for planks. So come July, we should be getting possibly 6-7 grand per pallet of the planks. There were mods for there were always mods for factories, Homosaurus. I started playing Farm Sim in FS13. There were production mods back then. Production mods, not a new thing. or production, not a new idea for farm sim. Production in the base game, huge step forward. Same with seasons. It's been around since FS17. Huge step forward to have in the base game. And I have to admit, I like the way the Giants have implemented seasons. The base game one's much better than the mods. It depends on what you want, because like a lot of people who did production mods and who used a lot of production mods were how do I say this without sounding like I'm kind of poking fun at them? A lot of people who... There was a mailbox. A lot of people who used production mods were the kind of people who prefer doing kind of mining and stuff in farm sim. So they'd have like gold mines and whatnot in maps. And that was never my thing. I always wanted stuff that hooked into like the way a farmer would do things. You know, stuff that you would do on a farm. And there's probably not that many farms in the world that have gold mines attached. Extreme modding. Yeah. I'm guessing so, Farming Boy, because Hilke came in asking about servers. So I'm guessing the Discovery servers have melted again. You just got to accept it for a couple of weeks while Giants... Oh wow, there's a visible... Ooh. That's nice and unintentional. Yeah. See that bit of the field, the roundy bit that looks like it's slightly different or has a different crop? That has lower yield. I didn't know... Let me just show this off here. This area here was grown at the same time, or planted at the same time as this. But this is lower yield because it doesn't have any lime. Also, I need to weed the fields. That's something that I would have neglected to do otherwise. Let's get the baby Fent doing that. Yeah, I like the way Giants put production in because it's stuff that at least links into the crops in game and isn't just like you know, you can mine stone and build roads. That was part of production mods in the past. I never understood it. Skinny tractor. Yeah, this is the baby Fent. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, I can't hire a worker because I don't have any money. If I pull out... Yeah, that's... I don't like doing this. Now we can hire a worker, because I really want to just get everything rolling along here. It's... Yeah, it's a tractor for the vineyards slash orchards, but... I mean, there's nothing that says that you can't use it on just a bog standard field. Is the baby Fent going in Santa colors for December? I don't know if you can do that. Steam fan. I'm gonna be honest. It's really capable. Yeah, the size makes you think that it's gonna be useless to do things, because it is tiny. It outperforms what you'd expect. That little Fent really outperforms what you'd expect. It can run every piece of equipment I have, except maybe this fertilizer spreader. Like that little Fent is putting out 100 and... I think it's 115 horsepower. Which, that's not to be sniffed. Like, that's a lot of power for a little tractor. And it seems pretty nice on fuel as well, because I've not had to refuel the Fent yet, and I've probably used it more than the Massey. Actually, this is 12.5 hours. This is 6. Okay, I've not used it more than the Massey. It's probably not even the max engine. What's the max engine you can put in it in game? I've gotten it. But there's probably IRL, like an even more powerful variant. Yeah, Giants don't necessarily put all the variants of tractors into the game. which is annoying because I really wanted T7 210, and that's one of the T7 variants that is just not in the game. They only have the big T7, not the small T7. I apparently missed a couple of bits while cultivating. Or seeding. Probably both. I missed some bits in this field. That's kind of fine. Maybe it's just too many for them to make. It is too many for them to make. And kind of on the same note, if Giants made all of the tractors, what would modders make? You know, Giants, to an extent, intentionally don't make certain tractors so that modders can do them. That's not very good. That's why there are modders, yeah. I have to say, the modders, I think, will have a really fun time with FS22. While I'm waiting for... Do I want to do that? Do I really want to do this? Yes. Okay. While I'm waiting for the... this is the wrong attachment to have on the tractor. What? I'll eventually get to where I'm going here. While I'm waiting for the Fent to do its work, let's drop the pallet fork. Grab the log fork. And grab the flatbed. Because it seems to me like now's a good time to get some more log up to the sawmill. And there is another tree right there that I can get rid of, just in front of the Fent there. So if it'll let me cut it down, I will cut it down and we can get going cleaning it up a bit. Right. No, I want it falling this way. Oh, let me cut this down. It's an interesting looking trailer. Yeah, it's a trailer that can basically lie flat so you can load stuff on it a bit easier. Very useful, but it does look a bit odd. So like if I detach it, it sets itself down flat on the ground. So it's just that bit easier to load. It's intended for like small vehicles to drive up on it. But I've kind of found that it's probably the best utility trailer that has ever been put into Farm Sim. Because you can just use it for basically everything. I've been using it to transport stuff from the shop, been using it for moving bales around. I'm going to be using it to move these logs in a little bit, possibly tomorrow, honestly. I'm going to be using it for moving the pallets of planks around when I get them. It's just like, if there's one piece of equipment in game that I think is a must-have to every player, it's that trailer when you're starting a map. Because you don't need specialized trailers towards the start of a map. You just don't. This has done a wonky, hasn't it? Yeah, that's broken slightly. Okay. As is, I think, that one. Yeah, logs are a bit angry in the current version of the game. That one's also done weird. I don't care if the logs are like the angriest things in the world. My plan here is just load them up onto the trailer, bring them up to the sawmill and get them processing. So to an extent, stuck. To an extent, doesn't matter how they behave right now. I just need to get them onto the trailer and get them moving. This is going to be my first time using the log fork, if I can get it unstuck from that tiki torch. I'm guessing it's the tiki torch. Let's get zoomed in. Are the logs jank, Turnet? They can be a bit janky, but much better than they ever were in, like, 19. Okay. This log weighs... Okay, that's why the tractor's struggling. This log weighs 3 tons. Yeah, let's release the arms. And let's cut it roughly in half to be 2 1.5 ton logs. Let's see how well I've done. Okay, 2 tons and 1 ton. That's... okay. That's fine, this should still work. Thank you, Alex. Very helpful. There we go. The tractor's still very annoyed at me lifting a ton. Should maybe think about putting a weight on the back. Ooh. Okay. Let's drop this onto the trailer. Careful. There we go. That 2 ton log will need to be cut in half again. Because I get the feeling this is not going to like lifting 2 tons of log. Okay, let's... Alex, could you not? Like, could you seriously not? Hang on, let me just... Alex, check your Discord DMs, please. You did? Okay, just making sure. Can I even grab this log? There are some very angry collisions going on here. Some incredibly angry. Oh god. Okay, some of the colliders have gone quite far away from where the actual physical objects are. This could be interesting. Okay, lift. And scoop in under and grab. Okay, lift. Reverse. Okay, I dropped it. Where did I put the weight? Should be over here, shouldn't it? I'm not necessarily asking you guys, I'm trying to ask myself, because I have like a 600 kilo weight somewhere. There it is. This should help with the tipping with a ton on the back, on the front thing. There we go, right. Let's see if we can get the 2-ton log lifted this time. By the way, this is definitely not how you're supposed to do this. Okay, lift. And it's still angry, but not as much. Let's play this safe. He says. Let's play it safe, let's get the weight off the back. And just kind of scoot everything up onto the trailer here. Or mostly up onto the trailer. Right. Because this is about 3.5 tons of wood. Strap it down. Strap this down as in every which way possible. Okay. Did life 420. Cheers for the follow. Rip gas tank. Yeah, it's just kind of oh boy. The front of the tractor rose up when I lifted this. Eee. Very unhappy. And I will hydrate. Here we go. Right. Let's get this over to the... It'll do the job. This works, but only just. When you see straps just kind of haphazardly thrown around, you know it's... You know it's just a desperate attempt to try and keep something on a trailer. Not necessarily this'll stick. I have, in real life, seen plenty of trailers that had some weird strapping going on like this. And you just know there's a story behind those trailers. And a lot of the story is man or woman, person in general, gets annoyed with trying to load trailer properly, loads it good enough, and says, well, straps will hold it there. Proceeds to put 5 million straps on the trailer just to make sure. Go. I now have... That was 3,000 litres of wood. Fantastic. Thereabouts. Do I know what happened to James Jr.? No. To be honest, Farming Boy, unless I'm told otherwise, and this is either me being an optimist or just the way that I think. Unless I'm told otherwise, I just assume people who haven't been in the stream for a while have, like, been busy or lost interest in Farm Sim to an extent, or, you know, something like that. So I'm guessing he's probably been busy. I'm one of these people that, like, if you don't come to a stream, I just kind of assume you're busy or you had something going on. Because, like, you're not sitting around, that's all. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Ruben ATM 90. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Yeah, FYI to the new people, if you, like, are really enjoying the stream and, like, you just can't make it one day, don't apologize to me. If you've got real life stuff going on and you can't make it to a stream, don't apologize. You the only person who has to be in these streams is me. If I'm not in the streams, they don't happen. Yeah, Alex had real life stuff going on a couple of weeks back, and he wasn't in the streams. He told me it was going on because I'd been following the story, I'd been following the lore, but he told me it was going on, and I was just like, dude, don't come to the streams. You got way more important stuff to worry about. And real life stuff, way more important. Family stuff, pet stuff, more important. Hell, I've cancelled streams before because the cat was sick. Or because the cat wouldn't sleep. Well, it's more often than not, because the cat wouldn't sleep. And I've had to... like, there's a reason that I tend to go to bed at... I'm not going to bed when I want to tonight. I haven't had my dinner yet, and it's 7:45. On that note, I should probably end the stream quite soon, just in case they're waiting on me to have the dinner. In fact, I should probably end the stream now. I'm going to find somebody to throw you guys over to, and just make sure that I'm not holding up dinner. Because I theoretically should be going to bed in 15 minutes. I've not had my dinner yet, and I ain't going to bed on an empty stomach. Let's see who's live. Alex, do you have any suggestion? You can only watch Sundays because of your job. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Tiger Dave, I'm putting most of the VODs, almost all of them, up on YouTube. So, like, if you can't make it to a stream, you can always watch in your own time. Nobody I follow is live at the moment. That's, well, I want to send you guys over to a farm sim stream. Twin cam? That's all you follow? Yeah, it's a bit of a quiet evening, isn't it? Let me just see if there's somebody I know of that's live, because I don't know of Twin Cam. Jababoo, he's a pretty good streamer. That's... I was just looking at there. Ideal world, I want to send... This is going to sound really silly. I want to send you guys over to somebody small to, like, make their day. If I can. Oh, that's an amazing name. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the amazing name. Twin Cam's a good guy. Sure. Throw his channel name in, Alex, because... actually, let me just search Twin Cam. Oh, Twin Cam. Yeah, no, no, I know of Twin Cam. The name didn't ring a bell. Yeah, no, I'll send you guys over to Twin Cam. Yeah, no, the name didn't ring a bell. Profile pic did. Yeah. That's Big Dave. I'll send you guys over to Twin Cam. I'll be back tomorrow at hopefully around 4 if I don't get distracted and forget to make noodles or, like, I'm hungry. Head on over to Twin Cam. He's a good guy. I'll probably be in there myself. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye. Alex, you may now... Oh, wait, no, you can't because I don't have it set up on this scene. Never mind.